cryptocurrency is fundamentally about disintermediation, right? It's the ability to own something directly just through yourself without a third-party custodian. It's the ability to send money in a peer-to-peer fashion without having to rely on Western unions or banks or so on. And, you know, for us who are lucky enough to live in a world where we do trust our banking system, we do trust the rule of law, we trust the government for the most part, we don't need that. It's nice to have, it's interesting technology, it's perhaps good diversification. It's in many ways perhaps a good hedge against, you know, some geopolitical disaster occurring that does throw these things in question. But it's in the places in this world where people don't have that trust in these institutions and in the rule of law surrounding them that they really do need this kind of technology where they can take ownership of their own funds and where they can make a payment or send a remittance and know that it's going to get to the other side without having to worry about one of these third parties taking control of it in the meantime. And so that's where I think that in emerging markets, and today specifically in Venezuela, it's a totally transformative technology. And that's something that I'd like to emphasize as well, is that it's easy to think that, oh, this is still early days of the tech, you know, we're still working on everything from low-level scaling of the protocols all the way up to user experience and design issues. All of that's true, but there are also opportunities where it does make sense for it to be used today. And I think that as a whole, we can do better in identifying those and pushing those. The important thing to remember as well is that fundamentally what we're talking about, and we'll just take Venezuela as an example here, because that's kind of, you know, what we're focused on at the moment. What we're really talking about is a form of aid as well. And that can't get lost in the kind of larger conversation. You know, there's a risk, of course, of becoming these sort of out to space technologists who want to believe that the people of Caracas, what they really need is Bitcoin. No. What they need is food and, you know, basic goods. But to the extent that cryptocurrency can be a means of storing value for them, perhaps even at some point a means of payment directly to merchants, that it can be a force that provides for even an alternate kind of economy there, that is at least one step in the right direction. And so, you know, there are a lot of sensitivities to what we're talking about in terms of bearing in mind what's really going on there, that, you know, people are starving, people are dying. And, you know, we want to be very careful that we are aware of those dynamics and not just approaching this as entrepreneurs or technologists, because that's really not what it's about.